Hi guys, welcome back. I feel as though I'm starting to get back to myself. I'm smiling, I'm happy. I'm having a really good day today, and it has been a really, really hard time for me. 2020, half of 2019 was not my year. It really wasn't. I met the love of my life, and we're not together anymore, which saddens me more than you could ever believe. And I had to walk away from that. And I have my good days and my bad, some more than others. I'm hurting more than I'd like to admit. I moved across the country to find myself again because where I was living, I couldn't bear to stay there even after we were finished because everything just reminded me of him and the places that we used to go. So I knew if I stayed there, I was just going to be going down a really dark path. So some people find that I run from my problems, or that's how they see it. But what they don't understand is that I'm running from the depression, because if I stay there, I'm literally going to be in a really depressive state. And although when I first moved to BC, the first month was okay. I was distracted by being in a new place, seeing new things, doing new things. But reality set in once I was settled in. And I would say probably around July, that's when it really hit me. So from July until November, I was in a really bad place. Like, I was doing things that I shouldn't be doing. I was numbing the pain by doing many things I know that aren't right. And I know my grandma's looking down on me like, girl, what are you doing? Like, you're going down such a bad path that I know you want to feel something other than sadness, but this isn't the way to be doing it. And I'm really thankful that I know I had her watching over me, because there were many things that I was doing that I probably should have died. Like, I just had no care for my life, living with no regard. And some people will get it if they've been going through something really bad, that they just don't care anymore. And that, honestly, I was at a point where it's in God's hands. Like, I don't care about myself. I don't care about anybody. I was just in a really bad place. And I went back home in October for 2 weeks. And I met up with him. And every time I saw him, it was like nothing bad had happened. Like, we were back together, we were fine, and I was so happy to see him. And just looking at him, it like brought me back to life. Like, I felt like I was drowning, and when I saw him, it was like coming up for air. And I realized now that he has so much power over how I feel, that I realized that I don't have that power over how I feel. And to give someone that type of power isn't okay. Because I put so much expectation, so much hope, so much love into a situation, because I feel like that's the only way I'll be happy, is if the person that I'm with is happy. Because I'm such a giving person. Like, I've always been the type of person to give people things, because that's how I perceive love, is gifting things to people, because seeing them happy makes me happy. And it's just, it wasn't okay. And anyways, we had this whole conversation, and I poured out my whole heart to him. And the conversation didn't go how I wanted to, so I was a mess. I was absolutely torn. Like, I felt like, okay, I'm really losing him. And I decided that I just needed to walk away, because watching someone you love somebody else, I couldn't do it. So I was like, I'm just gonna love you from afar. I wish you all the best. My love for you will never fade, because I know what we had was a real, true, deep soulmate connection. And I just couldn't bear to see it with somebody else. So I stopped talking to him. Even when I was still back home, I was just like, I can't do this no more. That was it. Cut it off. And then I'd probably say about a week and a half later, when I got back to BC, I reached out to him and was just like, I'm a mess without you and all this stuff. And it is confusing for him because I'm doing one thing, I'm saying one thing, and doing another, and that's not fair. So I shouldn't be doing that, but it's so hard to navigate my feelings sometimes with this connection because I really never wanted to lose it. So I wrote him this letter. I gave it to him. I don't know if he read it or not, but I left everything out on the table for him. How I felt, what I wanted, what I hoped for, and all this stuff. We're not talking, so obviously he's just doing his own thing, and that's fine. I will always wish him nothing but the best, and I will always be rooting for him to be the best, and that I just want him to be happy. And within that time, I've realized that I need to pour that love into myself. I need to love myself. Because if I don't, I will be constantly giving it to other people and giving nothing to myself. And when it doesn't work out or they leave, I'm back into this distraught and I can't go through that again. So that relationship definitely showed me that I'm loving so much and I'm not loving myself enough. So the reason why I'm on here and wanting to talk is because I feel as if you're going through something with somebody and you're not getting the love that you deserve back, is because you're not giving yourself enough of that love, and you can't expect somebody to love you as much as you should love yourself. You should always know your worth and know that you are loved by yourself. Because people will come and go, but you are with you forever. Like, you are your own person. And I will always hope that one day he will come back, but I'm really trying hard to more so focus on working on myself, because there is so much within myself that I need to work on. And you can't work on somebody else and how they think and how they feel. You're just going to become exhausted by it, and I did. And it's scary to let somebody go and hope that they come back. It's the worst feeling because you're unsure. And if you're anything like me, you like to be in control of the outcomes. And it's hard to not be. So that is a really big lesson that I've learned from this relationship. And it wasn't just one-sided. He did things, I said things, and we did fight, and both of us were in the wrong on certain levels. So I'm not painting the picture out to make him seem like he was the only one that was doing toxic things, because I did say some things that I do feel bad about, and I wish I could have been more level-headed and didn't think so much with my emotions, because I am a very emotional person. But I definitely feel like I'm starting to learn more about myself, and I need to pour more of that love into me. And yeah, I really felt the need to say that, because I know a lot of people are going through some stuff with like a girlfriend or a boyfriend, a wife, a husband, and you always just need to have that love built in for yourself, because you never know what's going to happen. And I'm not saying don't love them with everything you have. Like, you should do that for sure, but the love that you have for yourself should be equal that the love that you're giving them. But yeah. Anyways, I hope you guys are having a beautiful day. And I love you guys so much. And today's gonna be a good day.